Hi and welcome. In this video, I would like to show you how to use Cardroom as the therapist, as the host of the session. So you are in a Zoom session with your therapist, with your client, and you would like to use therapy cards in your remote therapy session. And then you open the link that you receive for the Cardroom, enter as a therapist, put in the access code, and click enter and start a new session. This is the therapist dashboard. The card room can be used in single or couple therapy. It works the same. You just have a little bit more that you have to keep an eye on. Um, the first thing to do is you invite your client to the session. You have over here a copy link. You click on the link and then you just paste what you have copied on your computer via the Zoom chat, WhatsApp message, however, to your client. I'm just doing it the same over here to myself. And the client will receive a link. Should put in his name and like opening this over here, putting the name. And I am joining as client A if there's only one client. And you see over here, waiting room, Yehuda. Oh, I'm waiting over here as the client as a waiting room, and you just click admit. In the meantime, you need to upload the cards to the program. The program so far does not have any cards saved. So you use your own created therapy cards or any card deck that you have available on your computer, either downloaded or saved or scanned, however. So you upload over here, it opens a window, and you just open the cards over here, and they will appear in a second on this side. I'm using the deck called InSpark, created by a colleague of mine. She gave me access to the digital version for the sake of using this, making this program. So everything is ready. You have the cards loaded up. You could remove before you start the session maybe some cards which are a little bit traumatic or not fitting for this particular client. You could take them out. Let's say this one maybe a little bit scary, so you just exit out and you remove it. As in a real deck, that's always the thought. We wanted to keep the experience of having real therapy cards in a session as close as possible to the real experience of a real face-to-face session. So everything is ready. You start session over here. In the meantime, the client will be on his phone, and in a moment after you hit start session, it might take a little bit, and pop, it came up on my screen. You might want to ask your client to slide the screen a little bit up so that the search bar and the menu in the top of the browser disappears, and he or she has full access to view on the whole program. So what happened is, this is the phone of the client. You see the same image that the client sees on his screen, you will see on your screen. So it's like a copy of the client's screen is what you see on the dashboard. The client can tap on the card. The beauty of many therapy cards is that it isn't really a real or true or position of the cards. By tapping on the card, it flips them, rotates them, and the client is flipping through the card, flipping through the deck, and looking for a card that talks to him or her. Then the client has a heart button. You can like a specific card and put it into a tray where, as if you would take the card and put it aside, you just like it. So I'm gonna like this card on my phone. And what happened is the therapist will see any card liked on the live trace box on the left side. So I'm taking another two cards which I'm gonna like. Okay. In the meantime, in this deck view, you can discuss cards, little elements. So like, let's say you want to discuss this. So like, what is this? Like, what's that? So in a real session, you could just point the finger to this specific card. In Cardroom, we have this laser toggle. Maybe on this card, not so practical. Yeah, that's like on this card. Beautiful card. So you have this laser toggle, and you wanna show something to your client. So you have a laser toggle. You can show this cloud, which is just over here. Like here, it's raining below the cloud, and it's nice right on top of the cloud. And the client has the same thing. He also has the same icon and can point any area to the therapist, and the therapist sees that. Um, yeah. After you show some cards, you can move into the whiteboard, which is the table where you can discuss the cards that you chose. So you have here deck view whiteboard. You click on whiteboard, and then you can import all cards that the client chose. Um, you just insert it on this whiteboard, and you could start discussing it. You could flip it, move them around, and even have some animations, make some drawings to it. And you could change colors. You can add a text box. So you click on text box, you click on select move on the text box, double click, and my dream life, and have this. Yeah, the font will be fixed when the next few updates. At this moment, some clients are not so don't have these techie hands, so you don't want them have access to move around the cards and mess some things around. So the client is actually locked from moving anything on the whiteboard. The client can move around the whiteboard, can zoom in, can zoom out, but not move the cards unless the client gives the access to do so. So you have here a button, unlock clients, and now the client could also move some of the cards around. Yep. And the same thing as with these toolbars separately, you could client access, client on, off. Then the client could also make some drawings on it. Yeah, and after you discussed the cards on the whiteboard, you can always go back to the deck view and ask the client to choose another few cards, which will again appear on the tray on your side. A additional feature is sometimes the whiteboard is very small on the phone of a client. It's a very small screen, and it isn't such a good overview on the whiteboard. So the client could log in with the computer screen separately into this session. That means on the phone, you could use the phone as the deck of cards, having this physical experience of flipping through a deck of cards in his hand, and use the big screen of the computer to log in as a whiteboard. The way it works is the client needs to open the same link, copy the link, open the link, put in a name, a different name, something like Yehuda's computer, and click on the bottom, whiteboard only, computer log in, and that will open on the screen the whiteboard when the whiteboard mode is activated. And so the client will have the physical experience on the phone, flipping through the decks, through the deck of cards, and have overall better view on the whiteboard. Yeah, you could also import cards from the tray that had not been chosen by the client. And yeah, this is it. This is Cardroom so far. I'm looking forward to have any comments, suggestions, or if you see there is any mistakes, really please let me know. Enjoy it. You can also turn a card, specific card gray. Sometimes you want to take a card and this is um, rejected. This card, this idea is not in my life of the client. So in real therapy cards, we should sort of flip the cards upside down, have it on the table, but flipped around. Here I added a grayscale button that you could turn any card gray, go back into colors, however you want it. So you click on the card, black and white, to any cards, black and white. So my dream is not accessible. It's accessible.